we go to the procedure of the experiment. So, firstly, switch on the computer. And then, second is double click on the isolation light times 64. Click on the image capture icon on the left side and choose left measured icon at right side of interface. So the third is switch on the microscope. Number 4, on the workstage, please place the sample on it and also put the sample under the magnificent lens. So be cautioned, use the light as your position reference. Number 5, adjust the cost focus slowly to bring up the workstage until the sample close up the magnificent lens. Number 6, adjust the optical lens according to both your eyes and adjust to see the image clearly. Alright, so number 7, adjust the cost focus slowly to bring down the workstage until the image of the sample appear on the computer interface. Number 8, adjust the focus using the fine focus adjuster to adjust the sample more clearly. And number 9, by rotating the magnification lens, you can adjust the magnification lens for zoom the image on the sample surface. And lastly, continue observation on every sample given, and after finish, switch off the computer and the microscope. So let's go to the discussion. So for the first question is, brief differentiate between the steel and the cast iron with reference to their carbon percentage and hardness. So for steel, carbon percentage is less than 2.14 weight percent, while carbon is between 3.0 and 4.5 weight%. So for the hardness for steel is low hardness but brittle, and for cast iron high hardness and brittle. For the second question is, on this basis of microstructure, briefly explain why grey iron is brittle and weak in tension. So grey iron is brittle and weak in tension because of the pointed and sharp end of graphic flakes. For the second question is, compare white and nodular cast iron with respect to composition, microstructure and mechanical properties. So for the composition for white cast iron is between 2.5 and 4.0 weight% carbon and below 1 weight% of silicon. While the nodular cast iron, the composition is magnesium and cerium is added to grey cast iron. So the microstructure for white cast iron is perlite or cementite, while for the nodular cast iron, nodular or spear-like graphite structure, perlite or ferrite matrix. For the mechanical properties for white cast iron is hard and brittle, while the nodular cast iron is low hardness and brittle. So let's go to the last, which is conclusion. So the conclusion is, based off the experiment, the objective of this experiment is to observe the microstructure of cast iron under the microscope is achieved. So by using different sample of cast iron, we can observe the result of the 4 samples that be given based on the procedure that we did. Next, identify the classification of cast iron according to the characteristic of microstructure obtained is achieved. So we can identify the classification of cast iron by theory that we learn and the result of the microstructure that we observe.